Hey. Hi, guys. Welcome back. All right, so here we go. Let's get into this, shall we? This is going to be a today's topic, or excuse me, no, it's not. It's a collective message. My bad. I guess I'm excited to do the next today's topic, but this is a collective message. And we will go ahead and hang on, let me make sure a setting is set here properly. There we go. All right, we're going to just take a little peek and see what we got going on. I'll call out zodiacs as we see them, but the collectives are not zodiac specific. We will start getting into the zodiacs, and happy almost Halloween, everybody. All right, so we start out with the High Priestess. So this message could begin with somebody that's very intuitive today. Could be a message from the ancestors, the guides, from whomever is on the other side of the veil to like pay close attention to that deeper intuition, because we got the blueprints being revealed, right? We have somebody who's got this scroll that they could unravel and say, here it is. It feels like something's going to be revealed today that could be important. Hi, everyone. AC, Anisha, Tammy, Slave Princess, Catherine, Robin, G. Thanks so much, you guys. So nice to see you all. We have a two of sacred circles. Okay, so if something is being revealed today and there's something that's very intuitive that a character's already picked up on, but now it's like going to be much more visible to them, could have much to do with something that is truly on their divine path. I know Two of Pentacles or sacred circles, however we want to refer to it, oftentimes we look at it as like something that's juggling, something that's, either needing to come into alignment or balance. But in this case, we have this cosmically linked, I look at this more as Ursa Major. So we're kind of talking more about something divine, something from the stars. This could be two people that are linked. Maybe somebody's a star seed, but it feels like destinies are interwoven. Okay. And I almost think that we may have a character who is going to see that, recognize that, get a little nudge from the universe, a little indicator, like there's a reason, there's definitely a reason that our character is wherever they are right now, whatever place in the earth they're at. They have a purpose, they have a reason, they're in the right place, the right time to either reconnect with someone, to connect with someone, to find their like divine, like every step they've taken has brought them to this moment in this lifetime. Now, they could be meeting or connecting with somebody from a past life, but it is definitely something about the subtle knowledge. Nothing has been accidental in this character's life. Nothing. They've always been on a path that has brought them to this moment. And maybe they've taken the winding road. If we look at that infinity symbol or figure eight, you know that at some point you go around the opposite direction before you make a U-turn and you come back from whence you did come, and you keep undulating round and round and round in that same shape. But you keep coming around the mountain and you face this central moment again. So that's what I would say is like we have a moment for a character. And by the way, our lead character here so far could potentially be a Cancer, a Virgo, or a Pisces. But then we also do bring in some Capricorn and Taurus as well, and real strong Capricorn energy off of that World card. We'll just mention that, even though I don't think that that has to be what our zodiacs are here. It's just some side notes. We definitely have some earthy energy combined with some more like emotional, watery energy, or dreamscape. It's kind of like the dreams are being realized in the 3D. So something that used to be just in the murky realm is actually like going to produce like tangible proof. Oh my God, this is what has happened in my life, and this is why I am right where I'm supposed to be, and I'm seeing it now. The most intriguing card to me is I want to know who that bear is that she's looking at. I want to know if this is a lover, if this is a friend, if this is, who is this person? Actually, I do think we should go with this deck. There's another one I'm going to need too, if I can find it. Hi, everyone. So delighted to see you guys. Okay, we have got an Ace of Wands upright, and we have the Emperor upright. Esoteric M, I haven't said hi to you in ages, babe. It's so good to see you. I hope everything's going great in your world, babe. The fact that we have got an Emperor and an Ace of Wands, this all looks not only like a divine counterpart, it looks like, okay, so this is the Maypole. Maypole is very lusty, right? The act of, people holding onto the ribbons and weaving around each other and, like dressing up the Maypole with those colorful ribbons was kind of a metaphor for like writhing bodies. So it's a very lusty energy. And of course, the Ace of Wands is a lusty card anyway, but it's also a card of like inspiration. But because we're coupling it with an emperor and the door is opening up, I'm going to say that she is meeting perhaps a divine counterpart. And there could be a very shocking like realization that, oh my God, this is my person. This is somebody I am wildly attracted to. They are wildly attracted to me. We have a combination of both the higher self and then the more base desires, both being activated. So it's like, this person I respect, I like, I'm seeing. By the way, I'm just getting somebody who can have a lot of chest hair. Might be one of those things where it's like, woo, didn't know that was my thing, but I'm digging the fur on this emperor. Could be, sorry, it's just a side note. Doesn't mean it has to be. It's just something that pops up. There could be something like very like primal for the attractiveness, though, in addition to like, I respect this person. They're very dignified. This is the classical male archetype. So all the best of masculinity. Leadership, protector, fair and balanced, someone who does the right thing, somebody who stands for something, somebody who's good to children and women and pets and animals, and, a man that has a plan to make the world better, to leave a legacy behind that is not just something that elevates his ego, but instead create something better for future generations. Like, to me, that's what a man is. That's just my opinion, but that's how I read the classical male archetype. If we're looking at the best of masculinity, those are my benchmarks of like, do I like this dude? Do I put him in emperor status? Does he want to do something good so that future generations and the planet is actually better? Or is he just concerned about his petty ego? So to me, that's the difference between an emperor versus a reverse emperor who's just out there for the glory for himself, claims he wants to do something for future generations, but it's really just so he can put his name on stuff. A real emperor doesn't care about his name being remembered. He cares about what he does. He cares about how his actions will influence future generations for growth, for positivity, for something that makes the world better and leaves the world better than how he found it. That's my opinion. Take it or leave it. It's just, that's always what I mean when I talk about an emperor. And the reason I think it's so important, though, to maybe throw all that into it is because, yes, we're still talking about big attraction and passion too. But I just want to really convey maybe the reason our high priestess is so attracted to him at that very, sensual, more base desire is because she sees him as all those much more elevated things, that would make somebody super attractive. Has nothing to do with what they even look like. It has to do with the quality of who they are. And if that's how an empress or a high priestess is looking at somebody and she's like reading that in his soul, it's like, oh, that's the one I can get real turned on by. I could see how that would work for her. I could see how that would light her up and be like, that's the one I want. So it kind of looks like we have, and keep in mind, the high priestess is incredibly passionate. She just hides it. She doesn't show that side unless there's someone to show it to. The high priestess is this overlooked, incredibly sensual card, but we rarely see it on her. It's because there has to be the right conditions for that deeply sensual side to actually be exhibited. And so that means that she's looking for something where it's like, I'll uncover like my hidden layers once I find the thing that, it has also similarly been like hidden from view, but I can see it. It's like she's looking for a very particular, very special match. And in this story, she's finding it. If this is about love and desire and passion, it's also heavily about respect, and it's about finding or seeing that person. It's like, oh my God, all the things that happened in my life have brought me right here because this is the person I needed to meet, because this is what I've been sensing was out there. Maybe this is why I have done certain things in my life. I was following that gravitational pull, whether or not I knew it. Okay, I want to know, does he feel the same way? Let's take a look at his story. There we go. There we go. Let's take a look. Strength card. Does he feel the same way? Why, yes, he knows first off that he's looking at a lioness. We've got a lioness right there. So, and I would always say that emperors and empresses can be depicted as like, a duo of power animals. And a lioness, if a lion is king of the jungle, this may as well be an Empress card if we have a lioness on it. He's seeing somebody incredibly strong with an incredibly powerful, like she's a pillar of strength, but you notice how we have two pillars here. It's like he already identifies this is somebody. This is somebody who's rocking my world right now also. You notice that there's a torch here front and center as well. So I feel like he's, and only emperors and empresses get to ride in chariots. Here he is riding directly toward her. There is not even a question. I don't know if he is identifying like what he's so drawn to in her, but he immediately sees her strength. He immediately knows like must gravitate to her. It for him, it might be a little bit we don't even see passion. What we see is this powerful like attraction, because this is somebody who I love her strength, I love her warmth, I love something about the power that she has, and it's just like this is pure like I don't even think he has to think about it. Emotions are stable, intentions are stable, and it's like that's who I'm headed toward. Plain and simple. That's who I'm headed toward is her. Two major arcana for him. We got a lot of major arcana in this story. I can see how now this card it makes perfect sense, right? Two people that at least they're finding themselves face to face again. And I say again because I think they must have known each other in a past life. If we have this infinity symbol and they're wrapped up in it, it means these two, they it's kind of like nobody else will do. They quest for one another, and they when they find it, it's like that's what I was looking for. That's it. It's you. That's who I was searching for. That's why so many things in my life went the way they did, because I had to get to this point so I could spot you from across a room or whatever this is. These two have identified each other. I don't know if this could be great distance apart. This could be very close together. Let's take a look at that. Are these two, we know that they've spotted one another at minimum. Are they at a distance? Are they in each other's worlds? Are they next door neighbors? Are they in the same room together? We have the Tower. We have the embodiment of cups. Something is obviously changing, shaking up. There's some kind of either collapse or some kind of walls or confinement that's gone. And it's like something that previously was a shield where they couldn't see each other. That's come down. And it's almost like they're nose to nose now, right? We've got the seahorses here. We do have the sailing ship, though, that makes me think that they're at a distance, but they've suddenly become aware of each other. This could be two people that discover that they have similar viewpoints. This could be, oh, I didn't know anything about you. I never met you before. I never heard about you before. And now, whatever, someone's introducing you to me. Or this could be two people that are still at a distance, though, but it's like maybe there's a mutual friend who says, oh, you should meet so-and-so. Check out their social media, or you should talk to this person. I think you two would really hit it off. It could be that there's some way that a previous like boundary has collapsed and they are now identifying each other. I do feel like we must have somebody that is helping, bring these two into some kind of a connection, though. With the Spirit of Swords, this is the Queen of Swords, and it's so interesting because we have the dream state here. So I always look at this more with the bluebirds flying through, the Milky Way, and this person who's in bed all covered up in their blankies. I wonder if we have two people starting to dream of one another. Maybe these are two people who start to interact. Maybe there's a friend who puts them in connection with each other, but it almost seems like they've been possibly like, I don't know, we're getting a lot of stories lately where it's like sensing another person's approach, sensing some kind of shift, change, arrival. That seems to be a common theme this week. I don't know why, but that's what we're getting. And now we have possibly the dream state that's been preparing these two to like meet. I keep seeing that there's distance, but everything is bringing them to the same location. And remember, the world card can also talk about distance, but the world's not a very big place. Not really. We're much closer than we think we are to one another. We have perspective. This is Hanged Man. All of this, to me, indicates these two are not in the same space. They're not maybe geographically in the same location, Doesn't matter though. There's an appreciation for each other, there's an attraction, there's some kind of awareness. If these two are going to become pen pals first because, whatever, friends more or less introduce each other to one another's social medias or whatever it might be, or they have an opportunity to meet, but they still live at a distance, it says that will serve them well. These are not two people that have to instantly be together. They're gravitating toward each other regardless, right? But even here we have like a darker sky with a Milky Way, which almost speaks more of my emotions travel toward her, my interest travels toward her, my desire travels toward her. Doesn't mean that we're necessarily in the exact same time and space, but our intentions are in the same time and space. So I guess my final question here is, if we have these two people that seem to be becoming aware of each other, there's a mutual, not just attraction, but it's like two people who are supposed to be together in this lifetime because this is who they've been questing for, whether or not they really knew it. When are they getting a chance to actually turn a 5D quest into a 3D reality? I'm going to go back to the universe. Nine of Cups says right now they just get to kind of revel in the knowledge that this other amazing person exists on this planet. Right now, it's kind of the giddiness, like, I really like them, I really respect them. It makes me happy to know they're on this earth. But yes, we see them coming together. Now we have her in female form as a lioness sitting right next to her lion. There's that partnership. I wouldn't normally interpret this in like a lover's concept, but because of what we've already said in this story, I will definitely interpret it that way. We have the Strength card twice in this, so strong Leo energy. They could both have some kind of Leo placements. Maybe it's like moon sign Leo or something, where our moon sign is kind of like the part of us that we don't show to the rest of the world, but it's like kind of our motive sometimes. And perhaps both of them share some kind of like leadership quality, or certainly fire quality. I mean, he came out as an Aries as well, with that Emperor card. But we also have Cancerian for him. So who knows? But we do have multiple placements here. But I would say the universe's answer on all of this is, yeah, first, revel in the fact that two people are inspired by one another, excited to have, found one another, even if it's not necessarily that they're in the exact time and space right now, but they will be. And we know that they will be because emperors and empresses go after what they want, especially when they're pretty clear on what they want. Even if there's a little bit of distance, even if there's a little bit of time first, keep in mind that we got to drive down the road of that infinity symbol. Picture this like a highway, and sometimes we have to go, round a long curve before we get to our destination. But we're on the journey. We're headed to that destination point. And I think that's probably what that first card meant. She's becoming aware of what her destination point has been all this time. She's not there yet, but this is like the map of her existence, and it's making sense. That's why I've been headed this direction. That's how I've ended up taking the steps that I have in my life. It makes so much more sense now. Actually, really lovely. This all feels like, it's an upcoming like future story of, this character is starting to have this breakthrough moment, but this all still has to play out in real time. But this one says, and it will. It will, because if characters know what they want, they recognize, they're mature enough to recognize what they want, what they like. And when they see somebody that really stands out to them, it's like, that's my person. That's going to be my person. I just know it because they've got everything I've been looking for. That's how this feels, is that level of confidence when you spot somebody, when you know. All right, you guys, I'm going to leave this one here. EM, that's a great song. Life is a Highway. Is that Tom Cochran? I'm going to ride it all night long. Nope. Good to see you. Caitlin V, Annie S. So wonderful to catch you guys. Ken Ramey. Hi, hon. Hello, smile, please. San Juanita. Caitlin V, you're so awesome. Thanks for being here, darling. Sweet dreams to you. Lightning Cass, hi. Shout out to you in London, mate. Courtney Walsh, hey, darling. Jacob, awesome to see you in the house today. Shout out to you in Texas. And again, Esoteric M, great to see you. Mary Jones, Denisa, Lalu, thank you so much, Lalu. You're such an angel. Thank you guys for giving it a thumbs up and subscribing. Oh, before I forget, we'll probably do some storytelling card pulls on Halloween. So stay tuned for that. Halloween is just up around the corner. I always feel like any chance we get to celebrate anything, we should always be celebrating. So stay tuned for that. Hi, Dolly. Nice to see you, honey. It's Ali online. Right back to you, babe. Have a great day. Chrissy, always a pleasure, sweetheart. Paris Jade Humphrey, GOSC10P. Robin. Thanks, Slave Princess. Fee's Mystic Faith. Hi, honey. Hi, Nora A. Awesome to see you, babe. Terry A. Naomi Torres. Thank you. Thank you, Naomi. Flo, hi, sweetheart. Great to see you. Becky O. Lunar Lise. Jem, hi, honey. Brujita Beauty. Wonderful to hang out with you today. Catherine, hi. Thanks again, Robin. And EM, you were first in the house today. Robin and AC, sending you guys big hugs and lots of thoughts. Good thoughts. Tammy Johnson, so wonderful to see you. And then Nisha Chetu, hi, honey. All right, you guys, I will get over to some of the, NES. What we're actually going to shift to is the adventure series for the Halloween series. Adventure may be magical. Maybe we can blur the lines between those two. Chances are we will, knowing, adventure in my world is probably always going to have some kind of, magical twist to it. But yeah, so on Friday, on Halloween, well, actually, I'll probably get started tomorrow on some of those tales. But yes, of course, we have to do something a little bit different, a little off pace for Halloween. So yeah. Yeah, well, of course it means that Violet was first. We all represent Violet. D. Rogers, great to see you. Caitlin B. NES. I'm looking forward to this series too. Wendy E. I know you guys all had such great. Wendy, you suggested a really great topic too. I'm just kind of like working through. In fact, I literally, when I asked you guys if you had topics that you wanted, I really did write them down, and I'm like going through and doing bonus messages here and adding in some of the things that you guys wanted. So it'll take me probably a couple months to get through everything, because I'll just add stuff in here and there when I can. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting to the adventure series. And it, like I said, Annie, as it might be adventure, which I think Rachel's Magic might have been the one who suggested that one, and then also blending in the magical side. But you guys will see, I have a Halloween costume, so it's very simple. I decided not to do, bye EM, I decided not to do spooky only because I don't really look at Halloween as spooky. I know they say it's when the veil is thin, but I look at it as kind of a time to maybe we'll do the message from the other side, the veil being thinned kind of story. But I didn't go with a spooky vibe this year at all. I have a nice Halloween backdrop that we might use, but then, like I said, we're getting into an adventure series for Halloween. Oh gosh, Ken, I'm sorry. I hope everything goes really, really well. I hope everything goes really smooth, really well for you, hon. Story from Sassy Kate. Lightning Cassie, Sassy Kate is never far away. She lives within me. Air Bubble, so great to see you, babe. Wendy E, you're so adorable. Thank you for your lovely message. All right, you guys. Lots of love. Living Water, thanks for being here. Chrissy, he's such a doll. Thank you. All right, you guys, I will get to some of the zodiacs now. T, hi, hun. Nice to see you. Dan, hi, babe. Thanks so much, Caitlin B. Lots of love. All right, you guys, I'll see you again later. Delinda, hi, sweetie. Delinda, I did get to Ophiuchus. All zodiacs got caught up on. So now we start over again today. So I'll get to probably Virgo, Leo, Libra, Taurus, Capricorn today is what my intention is. If I can squeeze in another one, I will. All right, you guys, let's Zero Girl, you come in just in time that I get to say hi to you, though. T, sweetheart, thanks for seeing you. Thanks for popping in, I mean, so that I could see you. Delinda, it's my pleasure always. Bye, guys. Take care.